is Dylan Nossel. I'm from the USA. I attended HEC Paris for my MBA and graduated in 2024. Right after HEC Paris MBA, I've always been excited and energized by growth. I would say building brands, opening markets, and helping ideas find their audience is really what catapulted me to launch my own digital agency. So I'll say while at HEC, I kind of found myself unofficially consulting for classmates, startups, or even luxury brands. One, because I love the challenge, but two, they knew that I had a very strong corporate background in digital marketing strategy from prior roles at Walmart and Macy's for the past 7 years before my MBA. And I realized that while doing that, what excited me the most wasn't really joining someone else's vision, but transforming businesses through my own lens, through my own experience, through social-driven strategy and the continued rapid evolving digital world that we know today. So launching Savoir Strategies really felt less like a leap and more like a natural continuation of what I was already doing, just now with a stronger global lens and a deeper toolkit, as well as the confidence that I could really make an impact immediately thanks to the HEC MBA. HEC Paris completely opened my worldview. It really placed me at the intersection of luxury, technology, and global business. And it was really refreshing to be surrounded by people that were like-minded, wanting to build, question, and reinvent industries of all shapes and sizes in all different verticals. I would say being in Paris, first and foremost, the world's luxury capital, while studying entrepreneurship, made the dream all feel very real for me. Every day was really a reminder, especially living in Greater Paris, that bold ideas equal bold execution. And HEC really empowered me to think bigger, move faster, and pair my creative instincts with data-driven rigor. I think there are several courses that really help to shape the entrepreneur and business approaches that I take with my clients. I would say one was probably the luxury courses that we would take. We're getting hands-on with LVMHs and Kerings of the world, as well as several different entrepreneurship courses that really focused on building strategic foundations for the young entrepreneur in today's world. I think the biggest influence and support when it came to classes was in one of the entrepreneurship classes where we were consulting for real clients, where we had a case study, for example, with Valrhona chocolate, where we would actually implement our own recommendations to the C-suite of the company that would then put into effect our decisions, which was really exciting for me. I would say secondly was also leading student clubs. I would say as a leader of the luxury club, it was really exciting to organize brand events with top maisons in Italy, in the UK, in Greater Paris, and really connecting passionate people in the luxury industry, both in the alumni world and current students, with C-suites of Fortune 100 companies. And these experiences altogether really taught me two essential entrepreneurship skills, which is really the humility to listen. I think that's a big one, and the courage to disrupt. I think without both together, it's a hard uphill battle to be a change-making entrepreneur. Confidence, it's a funny one. Confidence is different for everybody, in my opinion. Even if you feel like you're a little shy or introverted, everyone has confidence in different areas, personally and professionally. But I believe that what helped me was confidence was built through momentum. Before Savoir Strategies even officially existed, I was already helping Fortune 500 companies build and scale their digital businesses through my past corporate positions at Walmart and at Macy's. And that really helped to catapult my confidence talking face-to-face with high-level executives. And that's actually how I got my first client, was just through phoning up some of my old clients from the corporate world. And one finally, signed the pen on the dotted line, which was really exciting. So that momentum really reinforces that every small win, there's a real need for strategic and highly bespoke support that I think I could offer and that I thought Savoir could offer. And to be honest, I think that entrepreneurship really thrives on a mix of not just confidence, but passion, preparation, and enough audacity and to really hit go before anything is really perfect, because nothing is perfect, whether you're starting in the middle of it or, at the end of your career. In the digital marketing space, this is key to success for anyone wanting to start a marketing agency. And what I've learned is that stories drive commerce. Consumers, as we know, buy into meaning before they actually buy the product. So we use content really as a strategic asset. We blend the analytics behind the content, the creative direction, and culturally relevant storytelling to make brands feel magnetic for consumers. It's really that emotion that we really try to leverage. So whether that's, wanting to launch the next big brand on TikTok Shop, or reinventing a luxury hospitality brand, or launching a new interior design studio. Our mission is very similar across all those companies, where it's ensuring every post, campaign, and visual deepens that emotional connection and drives measurable results. There are many challenges when starting your own company, whether you want to start a marketing agency like my own or any other company. There's always going to be challenges. And I think that over the years, now that we're officially 2 years into Savoir, is that the biggest challenge for me was capacity. When anyone starts out with a business, it's a one-man show, and that feels really exciting, really empowering, and it's fun to be stressed out a little bit every day and doing everything yourself. But as you continue to scale, you actually realize that you're becoming your own bottleneck. So when you're that strategist, the creative director, the salesperson, and the operations team all at once, you quickly learn where you need to scale in each vertical. So I adapted really by quickly building a team that I trust of creators, account managers, specialists, analysts who shared the same vision as me, and we together deliver the exceptional work at the pace that our clients require. I think that over the years, I've really learned that entrepreneurship is equal parts learning when to say yes and when to then bring in that support so you can sustain excellence and maintain your company's high reputation. This is a big one, but I would say that in my experience, creativity attracts and strategy converts. One without the other, it just creates either chaos or stagnation in the brands that we manage. We take an insight-first approach here, which I think is really key. We use and understand data from the creative that we launch to know what resonates with our clients so that they can win. So for example, if we're revitalizing, for example, that hospitality brand I mentioned before, we took a look at, what historical content was a success and what was a failure. And we launched several new iterations of the ones that were a success to really gauge for the revamp what their new audience that we want to target is digesting. What are they sharing? How are they commenting? How many views are we getting? And we take that information to then, on our next wave of content, build off of that data success that we're seeing. So when you ground creativity in business goals, you really unlock brand love with consumers, and you drive that bottom line impact that clients want to see when hiring you. And so that balance is really where I've seen the magic happen. I'd say my advice that I could give anybody trying to start their own venture is start before you're ready. You're never going to be ready. There's always going to be fear in the back of your mind, that little devil on your shoulder saying, oh, maybe let me play it a little safe, go back to corporate, get some more experience. But it takes a while, but you'll eventually mute out that little devil. And, sometimes that little bit of impulsiveness really helps you get over the starting line. And I would say focus on solving a real problem for real people. Everybody has a problem that they solve better than somebody else in any industry. So if you can really tap into that, the business that you start in whatever industry you're passionate about is going to be a success. And I would say refine your offer as you build, not before. You will never come to the table with the perfect blueprint. It's always going to change, similar to how architects or planners, when you're building a house, plans are always changing, same with a business. And secondly, I would say really important is to lean into the community around you. Your classmates today can easily become your clients. Your best friends and family can easily become your partners, investors, and even brand ambassadors. And I would say finally, really embrace curiosity and risk. I'd say the more you use them and the more you kind of lean into that impulsiveness, the stronger your entrepreneurial instincts will become. I think as someone who was born and raised in the US, I was born and raised in New York, probably known as the metro capital of the world. You are, no matter how diverse, you think that your surroundings are and your community is, you look around, you're surrounded by mostly Americans, whether that's in your high school, in your university here in the US, and even going into your MBA programs, you could go to some of the top universities here that are some of the top in the world and almost be surrounded by the same people and same statistics that you've grown up with. And what really attracted me to HEC Paris and taking my MBA overseas was the fact that I was hoping in the back of my mind that I would get a more global view of the world and be exposed to a more global audience and cohort. And I guess going in originally, I was thinking, I'll be surrounded mostly by Parisians, and I love Parisians, I love Paris, it'll be great, I'll help to learn my French. But actually, the Parisians only made about 10% of the student body, which I thought was actually a great win. The other 90% were a mix of people from the US like myself and 50 other countries. So you are getting not only a more worldly education first and foremost, but you are exposing your network and your friendship circle and professional circle to the who's who of, Europe and the Middle East, Asia, and not just kind of as an American being kind of engulfed in that just solo American bubble. So that was really surprising to me, and I think something that I will continue to take with me post-MBA and continue to implement in my own company, where I strive to hire people on all corners of the world.